This is Brazil as much of the world sees it. Sun and sand, a paradise for the young and beautiful. In reality, the country has become the promised land of the old. Its pensions are among the most generous in the world, with many eligible to retire and start getting payouts while still in their 50s. But the government says if that continues, it will lead to financial disaster.
If we don't change things in 10 years, pension payments could take up 80% of the federal budget. That's going to seriously restrict spending in education, health and security.
On Thursday, the government presented Congress with an updated version of a controversial reform from President Temer. It would set a minimum pensionable age, 65 for men, 62 for women, and reduce payouts. It's been scaled back from the original, but still isn't going down well with Brazilians. These hunger strikers are just one sign of a population that sees the safety of its retirement years suddenly threatened.
We are starving ourselves for a few days so that Brazilians won't starve for the rest of their lives.
Many economists are also sceptical of the reform. 200 of them have signed a statement saying the government has fiddled the figures to give the sense of impending crisis.
There's all this scaremongering that in 2030 all the budget will be spent on pensions. It's false because the government isn't including in its figures all the resources created to finance pensions.
Economists do agree that the pension system needs to change in a country with a struggling economy and ageing population. Some advocate gradual action, but President Temer knows he's running out of time. The president was desperate to get this reform through Congress before the Christmas break, and that's now not going to happen. That's going to make things even more difficult for him, because when these lawmakers come back next year, it's going to be election season in Brazil, and they're going to be even less willing to support what is a very unpopular measure. As the year ends, an unpopular president who'd staked his legacy on this reform is seeing it slip away. John Holman, Jazeera, Brazilia.